Good morning, everyone. Welcome to What's Up Wednesday. My name is Erin, and today we're going to be going over the listing presentation and flip shows. So I'm going to walk you through setting them up. You do have some preset ones that you can actually use. I'm going to walk you through kind of how to edit those, and then if you want to start from scratch, create your own and all of that, I'll walk you through all of how that works. So that's going to be our topic today. Next week, we're going to be focusing on personal websites. So I know as we're kind of starting to ramp up into busy season, I know most of you are already in busy season, which is so awesome. But the personal websites is something that I wanted to talk about before we jump into March and just really show you guys how they can be beneficial to your business, not only doing personal websites for yourself, but also doing community websites, niche websites, all of that. So that will be our topic next week. And then I'll have a full schedule next week for the month of March and what we're going to be covering. So just so you guys are aware, a couple of announcements. So I know in the past couple of weeks, I've told you guys about Zapier and how we're going to have that. If you're not familiar with Zapier, what it is it's kind of like the middleman for, I would say it's like a middleman connector. So if you're working with a CRM, for instance, like LionDesk, all of your leads from agent marketing will go through Zapier into your LionDesk account. So it's kind of like that middleman. It's pulling the information from agent marketing and putting it into your LionDesk account or whatever CRM you have. They have thousands and thousands of different websites that they integrate with. So we're going to be putting that on agent marketing for you to be able to have your leads go to your own CRM that you're currently using, whether that be LionDesk, RealVolve, Salesforce, Top Producer, all of those. So we're in the finishing touches of that. If you guys are interested, we need just a couple more. If you guys have an outside CRM that you're using like LionDesk or RealVolve, any of those, and you want to do the beta testing with us, send me an email because we need just a couple more to help us out with that. And then once we have this all beta tested, then we can go live with it and roll it out. So this is going to be huge. You'll still have access to the agent marketing lead management system if you are really loving and using that on a day-to-day basis. You can use that. But there are a lot of you who are using LionDesk and other bigger CRMs that you want to integrate agent marketing to. So this is going to be that way of doing so. So if you're interested in doing the beta testing, we would love, like I said, I just need like one or two more. Send me an email, Erin, E-R-I-N, @agentmarketing.com. We would love for you to beta test with us. There's nothing involved in it for you. We just need you to go through and set up a Zapier account, and I'll explain more once you send me an email. So it's a really quick and easy process, and then once we go live with it, you'll already be set up, so it will be perfect. So yeah, send me an email. Again, my email is Erin, E-R-I-N, @agentmarketing.com. The last announcement I wanted to share is, again, Emily's going to be working on the main agent marketing website. So if you happen to come to agent marketing and it looks a little bit different, you're still in the right place. We're just making it a little bit prettier, up to date, more current, all of that. So we'll have that updated. I don't have an ETA for that, but just wanted to give you the heads up. So if you do happen to log in and agent marketing looks a little bit different, when you go to agentmarketing.com, that's why. So we're just making it look more up to date. Other than that, I think that's it for announcements. So let's go ahead and get started with our topic today. So as I mentioned, we're going to be doing the flip shows and listing presentations. So the cool thing with this is if you're a lender, you're a broker, you actually have a personal marketing book that you can use, which is a flip book basically. So with this, it's kind of a presentation that you can use to share with your agents. For brokers, you could use this as a recruiting tool as to why they should work for your brokerage. Loan officers, this is a tool you can use for prospecting to share with your agents why they should partner up with you and show them all the top features that they're going to get working with you. Agents, this is something that you guys can use on your listing presentations, or if you want to have a personal marketing book, maybe you work with for sale by owners and you want to share, or maybe you want to do a community flip book and show why you're the top agent in that area. You could do that too. So sky's the limit with these, and I know I say that about a lot of our features, but the cool thing with this is you can do so much with this. So you can use this as a listing presentation, but then you also have the option to create a custom one, and you can do anything with it. So if you want to talk about a community, or if you want to talk about what you do in your day-to-day business to help win over clients, you can do that. I mean, you can do it about anything you want. So to get to this, you're going to go ahead and go to your personal tab over to the left-hand side, and you're going to click on Flip Shows. So you'll see Personal tab, and then the third option down is going to be Flip Shows. So when you click on Flip Shows, what it's going to do is it's going to take you here. And actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to default these so we can start from scratch. All right. So when you first get into this section, and you may already be using this, so yours may look a little bit different than what I have. But what you'll have here is you have a listing presentation and you have a personal marketing book. If you're a lender and a broker, you'll just have the personal marketing book. So agents, you'll have both of these. If you're a lender, broker, title, all of that, you'll just have the personal marketing book. Now, I'm going to start off with the listing presentation. So this is going to be something that you can choose to use when you are going to your listing appointment. Now, the listing presentation is great because this is going to be an overview of all the things you're going to be doing to market your seller's home. So the great thing with this is you can either use this one, which is going to be a generic listing presentation, or once you have the property added into the system, so what you could do is snap a picture of the front of the home, enter in the property with the bare minimal details, like I'm saying bedroom, bath, and that's it, the address, and then the picture. You'll have the property website created, and then you can use this as a property specific option. So I'm going to show you both ways, and then I'm going to show you how you can customize it and edit it. And then this is going to be the same thing for the personal marketing book, going through and editing it and stuff like that. So with the listing presentation, I'm going to go ahead and pull this up here. So you'll see here what it's going to do is it's going to have a little slideshow here. Basically, it's almost like a PowerPoint presentation, but you actually have a real URL that you can use. So you can take this on your iPad, it's mobile friendly, you can email this, you can print it off if you want to, but this is a website that you can use. So this is great if you're going to be using your tablet or your iPad or your laptop, all of that. So it will be branded with your agent information here. So it will have your photo, your contact Angie. So this is going to be a lead capture. And then you also have your information down here at the bottom. We'll have your logo on here. And then what you can do is you can click through the different pages. So as you go through here, what it's going to do is it's going to talk about all the different things you're going to do to help sell their home. So you'll see here the first page or the second page is custom website for your home. When you click on See Sample, what it's going to do is it's going to pull up, oh, I should probably do advanced here. Sorry about that. All right, well, I got to fix that on mine. I'd messed that up. But when you click on See Sample, what it will do is it will pull up with the property website for you to be able to view. Now, if you're going to do property specific, and I'll show you how to get to the property specific, what this listing presentation does is this is your template that rolls down to all of your properties. So the cool thing with this is you can actually go through and you can use this generic one, as I had mentioned. So it's going to have all the generic information with just a dummy property that we have set up. Or you can use the property specific and it's going to look exactly like this. So all of these little See Sample options will take you, so if you click on See Sample, it will take you to the panoramic tours. It's got the aerial mapping, so it's talking about how you're doing the photography and the mapping options. The texting feature, so this would put in your text code that you have if you use the property specific one. So when we go through the property specific one, I'll show you exactly what that looks like on there so you can see how it actually is property specific. So just kind of going through these different slides, it's going to talk about all the different things, signage. It will have the flyers. It will go through broadcasting, so how you'll go through and you'll have them on key search sites, optimizing for Google and SEO, doing the YouTube videos. So as you can see, it's got a lot of good information and it's talking about all the key things that you'll be doing to market their home. So this is a great little tool that you'll be able to use. I think we got, and this is the last slide. So you'll see it's got a lot of great little slides that you can do. Now the cool thing is you can print this off, as I had mentioned. So if you wanted to go through and print it, you can choose to download it as a PDF and you can print it off. Or if you want to use it more as an offline tool, I recommend if you can have it on your tablet or on your laptop where you have the internet connection so that way you can show them the property websites and all of that. It's just kind of that above tool that you have that sets yourself apart from a lot of different agents. So if you go to pages here, you'll see there's a little number underneath the pages. Now this is how many pages you have in that listing presentation, but this takes you to the actual options where you can go through and you can customize the different things. Now keep in mind, for the listing presentation, you'll see caution, this is your listing presentation template. You want to keep this as generic as possible because this does roll down to all of your properties. So if you take this template and put property specific information, then it's going to clash when you actually go use the property specific listing presentation and it's not going to look right. So keep in mind you want to make sure that this is generic because this is the template that rolls down to all of your properties to create that property specific listing presentation. So super, super important. But what you can do is you can go through and you can edit these. So for instance, if you want to change out the background image, you can click on the photo. You have an option to upload your own, or maybe you want to change out the photo and have it be something different. So you can click on these different images and you can go through and you can change them out how you want. So if you want to do different photos for all of them, you can choose to go through and change out all of the photos. It's completely up to you. Then you also have these options here. You'll see you have the page title, you have a caption, a sub-caption, and a description. Now again, if you're going to be editing the listing presentation, make sure that if you use the URL and the text, it's general or generic information. Because if you put property specific in here, then it's not going to look right when you go to use the actual listing presentation for the property that's property specific. So the page title is going to be the huge main piece on that page. You'll have a page caption, so the text will be a little bit smaller on there. You'll have a sub caption, which is kind of like a, it's almost like a little tiny caption that's going to be a little bit smaller. So as you get into these three first ones, the text will be a little bit different. You may have to kind of play around with it and see how it looks with what you're putting in there, because as you add in text and stuff like that, it may look a little bit different than how you think it may appear. It depends on how much text you put in there and so on. So I would play around with it. Excuse me. And then you actually have your description where you can go into a little more in depth. So you'll see we have the pre-generated content in here for you. If you want to go through and maybe talk about the virtual tours a little bit more, maybe you do Matterport and you want to put that you do Matterport virtual tours on your page, you could do that. And then you can change out and put an example one on there if you wanted to. So sky's the limit. Maybe on this, you don't do QR codes. You're just like, nope, I don't like QR codes. I don't want to do it. You can delete that page, so it actually removes that page for you as well. So then you don't have to worry about that being on there. Maybe you want to add in your own pages. You can click on this little Add New button here. When you click on Add New, it scrolls down to the very bottom and it allows you to go through and create your text. So maybe you do something completely different that we don't even have in this listing presentation, and you want to advertise that, you can put that in here. So maybe you do like no commission or something like that. You could put that in here, whatever you want to put. And then to add in your media, you just click on the photo. You can upload your own, however you want to do that, and then you can go through and add in your own text. So you can really play around with these and customize them and make them your own, really change it up. But just keep in mind, if you are doing this for the actual property specific listing presentation, make sure that you're making this listing presentation generic. So save it too. Make sure you hit save. You do also have an option, which is pretty cool, and I like this feature. You can clone the listing presentation. So if you want to do another listing presentation that's a little bit different, but you don't want it to be completely property specific, what I recommend doing is hitting this little clone button. And then what it will do is it will clone it. So then at that point, what you can do is you can go through and you can edit this one, and the clone will not roll down to your properties. And you'll see that when you go to edit it, it won't have that message there anymore. So you can choose to go through and customize that. So if you want to do a little more of a specific listing presentation, I highly recommend clicking on that little clone button and using that to your advantage. You do have some options here. So if you click on options, what it will do is it will take you into your domain and some of the controls that you have. If you wanted to do the title tag and meta description, you can. If you want to turn off your personal information so that doesn't populate on there. And then you have a couple different templates to choose from, as well as your URL populating on here. So you'll see that you can use those options. The other thing, you can go to the pages, as I mentioned. There's music. You can clone it, as I showed you, and then you can also delete it. So if you don't need it for any reason, you can do that too. If you ever want to go back to the original default settings, you can always click on this default button. But keep in mind, if you've built out listing presentations and customized them and all of that, it will completely remove that information. So only hit this default button if you want to completely wipe everything clean and erase everything you've done. So that's what that add new or that default button is for. You also have this little add new button. So if you want to completely start from scratch and do your own, you can. You can click on add new. It will take you to where you'll go through and you'll actually create your first one or however you want to do it. So just make sure that you're going through. If you need help on what these little sections mean, if you hover over the question marks here, they'll give you exactly what those mean. So if you need kind of a little bit of a reminder on what those mean, these little question marks are so helpful. I use those all the time because sometimes I forget about what things do. So you can use those little question marks. You can choose your template, and then you can start building out your flip show or your whatever you want to use this for. So you have that as an option. The last thing before I open it up for questions, I want to show you how to access that property-specific listing presentation. So if you're an agent and you're using the property-specific listing presentation, what you'll want to do, and actually, sorry, before we leave this section, so for lenders, brokers, anybody who's using the personal marketing book, it's going to be the exact same functionality, same way you'll edit, customize it, and everything. So you can go through and you can change up any of the information on there and really customize it to make it how you want to fit your business needs and everything. So just keep that in mind too. It's going to work the exact same way, no matter if you have a listing presentation, personal marketing book, all of that. So just wanted to give that little side note there. Now to get to the property specific listing presentation, you'll go ahead and you're going to go to the the property tab over to the left-hand side. You're going to click on properties. Now, say for instance, you got this new, or you're going on this listing presentation. You want to make sure that you have the property added in, so you want to be ready for the property specific listing presentation. So I'd go snap a picture of the home. I'd add in the details. All you do to add in a new property, you click on the add new button. You're going to click on add my own listing because you want to go through and add in the property details manually since it's not going to be an MLS yet. You don't have that listing quite yet. You will soon, but not yet. So you'll want to go through and manually add in the details here, and you'll follow all the steps. There's the 3 steps and then adding in the photo. And then once you have that added in, you can do the property specific listing presentation. Now to get to that property specific listing presentation, there's 2 ways you can get there. The first is you can click here on this little link icon, the little middle gray link icon. When you click on that, that's going to take you into the listing presentation. So you can go ahead and click on the set of eyeballs. We do give you, you'll see that there is 2. You have a Flash and a Java version. So if you need to, I know some tablets, with iPads, they don't have Flash, I think is what it is. So you would want to use the Java one. If you're on a tablet and you don't have Flash set up, then you can use Java or vice versa, however you need to do it. But you have those options. All you do to pull this up is you can either copy the URL and you can open up a new tab, or you can click on these little set of eyeballs and then it will pull up that property specific listing presentation. Now the cool thing is it's going to pull in that first photo that you have uploaded in the photo gallery. It will pull that up, and then you'll see it has all of the property specific information. Now let's see if this works because it didn't work on the other one. There we go. So you'll see it's going to pull up that property specific website now. So it's got my 17 Rock Rows. Now you're sitting in front of the sellers and you're showing them their home on a property website, and they're already amazed because you've built this property website. You don't even have the listing yet, but you've wowed them because you've showed them their property specific website with their information, their home, all of that set up and ready to go. So you're 1 step, maybe 10 steps ahead of the other agents who are trying to get their home. You've already gone above and beyond. And then I had mentioned I wanted to show you how it autofills in the text code too. So you'll see here I have 17 rock is the text code. So you can even have them while they're sitting right next to you. You could say, hey, do me a favor. Can you text 17 rock to 79564? What they're going to get is that text message with the property details and a link to the mobile website. And then you'll get the lead right away. So you can even show them, this is how I'm going to get leads for your home. We'll put a sign writer, we'll do the YouTube videos, we'll have a Craigslist post, the flyers will have the text code on it. As soon as those consumers drive by and they text about your home, I'll be able to get a lead, and then hopefully we'll get somebody to buy this home sooner or super quick. So you can use these as a really cool way to wow them and show them all of the different tools and things that they'll get to work with you. The other way you can access it, if you go back to the property tab, properties, you'll see here you have this little tool section. When you click on tools, you'll scroll down towards the bottom, and then you have a listing presentation section here. This is how you'll want to print. You'll see it says print to PDF. If you want to do a PDF that is property specific, you'll want to do it through this section here. So when you click on it, it's going to pull up the property specific listing presentation, and you'll go back through it. You can go to it that way, or you can go back the other way how we had it before. So it's up to you. You can do the link icon or go through the tools. Either way are going to get you to that property specific listing presentation. And it will be for each one of your listings that you have added into the system. So each listing, you'll be able to click the link icon and get that property specific link. So you have that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and open it up for questions here. All right. When you clone your listing presentation, how do you change the name of it? So if you go back, let me go to that. Let me see if I can remember how to do this. I think it's under options. Yeah, so you'll see here, you've got the show title. So if you wanted to change it and say my listing pres, you could do that and hit save. And then what it, oh, I guess that didn't work. Did I not do that right? Maybe it's this one. This will be something that I'm learning too. I thought that's what it was. My listing, we'll try that. There we go. So it's going to be, sorry about that. It's been a while since I've gone through and done that. So your show title tag is going to be what's going to change that. And then you can choose to do the show title too. I would recommend changing both of them because when you do the clone or anything like that, it's going to duplicate this. So you can change it up and change both of those, but that's up to you. Sorry, I couldn't remember which one. Again, I forget this stuff sometimes. Is What's Up Wednesday webinar mainly for realtors or mortgage officers? So it's going to be for both. So mostly we go over agent-specific features, but if you are a loan officer, this is a good way to learn more about features that you can share with your agents. So if you're attending What's Up Wednesday and you're a loan officer, you could call your agent and say, hey, did you happen to get into What's Up Wednesday today? And if they say no, then say, hey, let's meet for coffee. I'd love to discuss some cool things that I learned. And it's a reason to call your agent. So it's, you know, if you're a loan officer, and we may not go over a lot of loan officer specific features, but again, with our system, it's a relationship builder. So you can use that as a way to follow up with your agents, share your knowledge that you're learning so they can learn more and use these features that they have available too. Any other questions that you guys had about the listing presentations or the flip shows? And then again, for those of you who did tune in late, next week we will be going over the personal website. So I'm going to walk you through our new templates and see how you can customize them. There was a question that popped in asking if these are recorded. They are. So if you click here on this little missed it option, that will take you to our YouTube channel where you can see all of the past recordings. And then we do attach a blog post that goes with it too. So you have that. Let's see, sorry. Bob, for the secure domains, just go ahead and give us a call. You'll call the support hotline number and they can show you how to get that website secure for you. Let's see, sorry, just reading through, there was a couple questions that came in. Yes, these are recorded, so you can do the missed it on the What's Up Wednesday channel here. Sorry, just reading through some of these questions. Deborah, I would give our support a call. They'll be able to answer that question for you. Any other questions, guys? Anything else? No, we currently do not offer a webinar for industry specific, so it's all going to be just our weekly What's Up Wednesdays. All right, guys, so it looks like that's it for questions. If you guys think of anything else, be sure to give us a call. Our support hotline number is at the top of our website. We also have this little chat now feature, so you can always chat with us. If you're interested in doing some additional training, if you want to do one-on-one training, you also have this advanced training link. You can schedule trainings and work directly with our support team with a one-on-one call and learn more about any topics you'd like to learn more about. So thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your week, and we will see you next Wednesday for the personal websites. Thanks, everyone.